Hey everybody, how's it going? Travel Man Dan here, and get ready for an awesome and really fun episode on today's show. As you can see, we are in the studio because we are quarantined and we're not able to go and travel around the world or show you some cool fun places here in Los Angeles. We are stuck right here at the Travel Man Dan home studio. Well, I thought it would be a great time to break out a new character, a new show that I want to go ahead and, well, eventually start on my channel. So, sit back, relax, and let me introduce you to today's episode, which we are going to call Reading Man Dan. If you don't know me and you don't know anything about me, before I was a kindergarten teacher, okay? I went and I taught all over the world. I taught kids from ages 4 to 7, and I really enjoyed it. I loved it. It allowed me to be the wacky and silly guy that I am deep in the heart. And one of my favorite times of the day was when it would be story time. So I've also taught here in Los Angeles, and I've taught all different grade levels, but I gotta say my favorite grades are the youngest grades, like the kindergarten, the first grade, the second grade, because, well, you're gonna have the most fun. I know that you're probably stuck at home just like I am, and if you have children, this might be a fun episode to show them. It's just like being in the classroom and having your teacher, Mr. D, read you a story time book. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and let's get into today's episode. The Cat in the Hat. We looked, then we saw him step in on the mat. We looked, and we saw him, the Cat in the Hat. Look at me, look at me, look at me now. It is fun to have fun, but you have to know how. I can hold up the cup and the milk and the cake. I can hold up these books and the fish on a rake. Oh no, Mother would be so angry if she saw thing 1 and thing 2 just flying the kites around the house, bumping and thumping off the walls, picking up dresses. Mother would be angry. Hey everybody, how's it going? Travel Man Dan here, and welcome to this week's episode of Reading Man Dan. Today's gonna be so much fun as we're gonna be reading the Lorex. At the far end of town, where the grickle grass grows, and the wind smells slow and sour when it blows, and no birds ever sing excepting old crows, is the street of the lifted Lorex. Jeez. On the end of a rope, he lets down a tin pail, and you have to toss in 15 cents and a nail. Now I tell you, he says with his teeth sounding gray, how the Lorex got lifted and taken away. And I first saw the trees, the truffula trees. Those trees, those truffula trees. The touch of their tufts was much softer than silk, and they had the sweet smell of fresh buttery milk. In no time at all, I had built a small shop. Then I chopped down a truffula tree with one chop. He was shortish, and oldish, and brownish, and mossy. And he spoke with a voice that was sharp and bossy. I am the Lorex. I speak for the trees. I speak for the trees have no tongues. And I'm asking you, sir, at the top of my lungs. Sir, you're crazy with greed. There is no one on earth who would buy that fool Thneed. Then, oh baby, oh, how my business did grow. Now, chopping one tree at a time was too slow. So I quickly invented my super axe hacker, which whacked off 4 truffula trees at one smacker. We were making Thneeds 4 times as fast as before, and that Lorex, he did not show up anymore. They loved living here, but I can't let them stay. They'll have to find food, and I hope that they may. Good luck, boys. They used to just grab fruits and they would just eat them. Their tummies would be full, but now they got crummies in their tummies because there's no truffle of fruits to eat. And the Onceler doesn't care. He says business is business, right? Let me say a few words about Clumpity Club. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Way up at the North Pole, there is a special place called Christmas Town. Donner, the lead reindeer who helped pull Santa's sleigh each Christmas, became a proud papa. Yeah, congratulations! Hermie just didn't have a knack for toy making. Maybe that's just because he dreamed of becoming a dentist one day. Before long, Hermie and Rudolph met and shared their stories. They decided to go off in the world together. You don't mind my red nose? Asked Rudolph. Not if you don't mind my being a dentist, replied Hermie. Soon they met Yukon Cornelius. Then Rudolph's glowing nose let the abominable snow monster find them all. The ice floe carried them to the island of misfit toys, a place filled with odd toys. But Yukon Cornelius is like, dude, even amongst misfits, we're misfits. Meanwhile, Rudolph's parents and Clarice had been out looking for him ever since he left. Snowman had Clarice in his clutches and he was ready to have a little reindeer snack. Whoa, look at this. He pushed him all the way back. Get back, get back, get back, get back, get back. Wah! Might be the first time Christmas is ever canceled. But Santa had other plans. Take a look as he talks to Rudolph and he says, look, Rudolph, with that nose so bright, you can go ahead and guide us through the storm. What a magnificent story. What an amazing classic story. There's a Wocket in my pocket and that Zelf on the shelf. I have talked to him myself. Look at the Zelf on the shelf, just hanging out in there, way up top. But that Bofa on the sofa. Well, I wish he wasn't there. Look at the Bofa. He's hanging out. He's eating some of those red eggs that you see on countertops at convenience stores in Pennsylvania. Look at that. You are scared of the fog under the rug. In this week's episode, we're going to be reading Celestina, the Astronaut Ballerina. Hey, check this out. It's a little autograph from the author. Follow your dreams. They know where to go. Okay, then we got all this cool artwork, kind of spacey stuff. We got satellites, we got planets, we got rocket ships. When Celestina was a little girl, her dreams were big, out of this world. But to fly to the moon, you have to train. You must work hard, simple and plain. But every time this dreamer spoke, some kids made her feel just like a joke. Here's the thing, kids. Whatever your dream is, no matter how big it is, no matter how crazy it may seem, that's your dream. That's your goal. Dreams are made to be big. They're made to be hard to get to. I encourage you, dream big, think big, and you can accomplish it. Celestina's words fell short. Her teacher laughed with a big rude snort. She practiced hard. She practiced long. She became tough and her muscles strong. Maybe I could tell my teacher and all my classmates what I really want to be in life. To be a ballerina is a great ambition, but I do not think that's my mission. For years I've been thinking a bigger thought, that I should be an astronaut. Celestina stepped out onto Mars. Celestina looked out at the stars. And on that planet did Celestina dance like an astronaut ballerina. No matter what their dream is, no matter what their goal is, it may not align with what your goal or your dream is, but that doesn't mean you can't give the support and the care and the love to give to a person to encourage them to pursue that goal. Today we're going to be reading Disney's The Muppet Christmas Carol. I know the story of A Christmas Carol like the back of my hand. Prove it. There's a little mole on my thumb and, not your hand, tell us the story. Scrooge was cold, greedy, and unkind. His only care in life was making money. For others, Christmas was a time of joy, laughter, and charity. Yet Scrooge hated the holiday. Christmas? Bah humbug! After Scrooge left his office for the evening, the mood brightened. His clerk, Bob Cratchit, and the bookkeepers merrily closed up the shop. They were all looking forward to the Christmas holiday. Outside, the streets were filled with the joy of the season. The Penguins were hosting their annual figure skating party. Bob had to give it a try. As Scrooge bent to open his door, a cold wind began to blow. Suddenly, the door knocker transformed into the face of Jacob Marley. Scrooge cried out in shock, "Ah!" Then, with a final rattle of their chains, the Marleys vanished. Whoa. Okay, that's some heavy stuff right there. The spirit told Scrooge that she had come to save him from the Marleys' terrible fate. At the party, Scrooge watched as his younger self was introduced to a beautiful girl named Belle. It was love at first sight. And he's alone, all by himself. He can't believe it. Thinking back, he loved Belle, but he couldn't take himself away from money. Look at this, we even got Beaker in the house, yes. From that day on, Scrooge became as good a friend, as good a boss, as good as a man as London had ever had. Children around the world, I introduce and read to you today Green Eggs and Ham. Do you like green eggs and ham? Would you like them here or there? Would you eat them in a box? Would you eat them with a fox? And he's like, I don't like these. I'm leaving. I told you before I don't like green eggs and ham. I would not, could not, in a car. You may like them. You will see. You may like them in a tree. Sam, I do not like these green eggs and ham. A train, a train, a train. Could you, would you, on a train? Not on a train, not in a tree, not in a car. Sam, let me be. Say, I like green eggs and ham. We're going to be reading Construction Site on Christmas Night. Wow. All right. Going to be awesome. So sit back, relax, and let's get ready for the show. Down in the big construction site, there's work to do for Christmas night. So much is riding on the crew. They have a major job to do. Bulldozer's deadline is almost here. He has a lot of ground to clear. Working at full speed all day. He pushes hard to clear the way as excavator rolls away, slowing down to end his day. He stops and he can't believe his eyes. Cement mixer has concrete to pour. He lays the foundation, walls, and floor. Merry Christmas, cement mixer. Now you got a beautiful drum. He blows his stack. His engines fire. Vroom, vroom. All grateful for this special day and helpful friends at work and play for all that's given and received and all that's blessed this Christmas Eve. 1 fish, 2 fish, red fish, blue fish. Yes! Black fish, blue fish, old fish, new fish. Yes, some are red and some are blue. Some are old and some are new. Some are thin and some are fat. The fat one has a yellow hat. Here are some who like to run. They run for fun in the hot, hot sun. We see them come, we see them go. Some are fast, and some are slow. We know a man called Mr. Gump. Mr. Gump has a 7 hump wump. So, if you like to go bump bump, just jump on the hump of the wump of the Gump. What? We like our bike. It is made for 3. Our mic sits up and back, you see. We like our mic, and this is why. Mike does all the work when the hills get high. My hat is old, my teeth are gold. Look at my teeth, oh. This one, I think, is called a yink. He likes to wink. Hey everybody, how's it going? Travel Man Dan here, and welcome to this week's episode of Reading Man Dan. Go ahead and take this off. A coronavirus Christmas. Christmas is coming, but it's different this year. Will it still be merry and full of holiday cheer? The pandemic has changed things. We all know this is true, but the spirit of Christmas will always shine through. You can still share Christmas love and make someone's day bright. Try baking cookies or going caroling at night. Kissing under the mistletoe during a pandemic? The answer is no. Shoot! What am I gonna do? That's my favorite part. Santa's a hero. He's up for the task. He'll deliver the presents while wearing his masks. This year, you might find that it is better to write Santa Claus a Christmas letter. If canceled Christmas parties have you feeling sad, there's still a plenty of holiday fun to be had. I want to say to you all, Merry Christmas. If you don't celebrate Christmas, Happy Holidays. I wish you all safety, love, peace, and happiness moving forward into 2021. I hope you have the best year of your lives. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Travel Man Dan, aka Reading Man Dan. And remember, it's a big world out there. Make sure you see every bit of it.